Have you ever felt a strong pull towards something you really wanted? Maybe it's a dream job, a goal, or a life change. Yet everything around you seems to say, that's impossible. That feeling deep inside, the feeling that you have, is known as faith. It's not just hoping things will work out, it's believing they will and acting as if it's already in the process of happening. Napoleon Hill once said, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." In other words, if you can picture something in your mind and genuinely believe it, it can happen. You're already on the path to making it real. Today, I'm going to share how faith helped me turn a major setback, being laid off from a job, into a breakthrough opportunity. Then I'll show you 4 simple steps you can use to strengthen your own faith so you can move forward with the confidence in any part of your life. So let's discuss, what is faith. Faith isn't about ignoring what's happening around you. It's about holding on to a clear picture in your mind of what you want. Even when your current situation looks nothing like that picture, it's that belief that your goal isn't just possible, it's already on its way to you. As long as you keep acting in line with that belief, it's already on its way to you. Now, imagine building a house for your dreams. At first, you have only a plot of land. You have plans, blueprints, and a vision of what the house will look like. Nobody else can see the house yet, but you feel certain it will stand tall one day. Faith is what encourages you to lay the foundation, gather the materials, and keep working until the house becomes real. Now, without faith, you might give up the moment you face a challenge, like running out of supplies or facing bad weather. With faith, you keep going because you know what you're building is worth it. That's the core of Hill's message. If your mind can picture it and your heart truly believes, you've started the journey toward making it happen in real life. Now, let me share a story with you from a few years ago when my own faith actually was tested, but it was proven. So I found myself laid off from my job. I'd never expected to lose that job, but I did. It was shocking, it was scary, and of course I have responsibilities to take care of, so it's important that I get back on my feet and employed. I felt the pressure to find something quickly, of course. I applied to dozens of positions, but kept getting turned down. And then I found a posting for a company that I really admired. The role sounded exciting, exactly the kind of position I'd always dreamed of. The only catch was that the job asked for more experience than I had at that time. So on paper, I didn't match their requirements. But something inside me insisted, you can do this. This could be yours. The inner voice, of course, was faith. So I applied anyway, and a few days later, I got an invitation for a phone screening. I was thrilled and decided to put my whole heart into preparing. I researched the company, the background, practiced my answers to possible questions, and even did mock interviews with friends. More importantly, I spent a few minutes every morning visualizing the moment that I'd get the call saying, "You got the job." I pictured feeling excited and grateful as if it had already happened. So weeks passed and I did multiple interviews. Then I got an email. It said, "We appreciate your time, but we've decided to move forward with other candidates." When I tell you my heart dropped, I felt the weight of disappointment. But here's where faith really came in for me. Something told me not to accept this outcome as the final word. Even with the rejection email in my inbox, I kept believing I was going to work for this company. I sent a polite message to the recruiter to thank them for the opportunity, and I continued to imagine myself in that role. A week later, out of the blue, the recruiter called and said they wanted me to meet with the manager one more time. Soon after, I got the job offer. That's the power of faith. It was incredible. It felt amazing. Faith can really turn a no into a not yet, and it keeps you mentally in the game when others would move on. So faith is extremely important, specifically very important for big goals. Why does faith make such a big difference, especially when aiming for something that feels out of reach? Well, it changes your mindset. Faith shifts you from the I can't to I can figure this out. It helps you keep going. When things get tough, faith keeps you moving forward instead of giving up. It opens your eyes. With faith, you spot little changes and open doors that you might otherwise overlook. It protects your energy. Faith helps you handle disappointments more calmly, knowing a setback might just be a step in a different direction. So, I want to share four practical steps that will help you build faith in your own life. So here we're just going to focus on belief and the conviction side of things. So the first thing is reflect on past wins. Look back at your victories. Everybody's had victories, so look back at your victories. Write down times when you've accomplished something that seemed hard. Maybe it was getting a promotion, or I don't know, running a marathon, or learning a new skill. Notice the patterns. What did you do to succeed? Were you consistent? Did you seek help? Or did you keep a positive mindset? Keep this little list handy. Whenever you doubt yourself, read through these past wins. It'll remind you that you've already done incredible things, even when it wasn't easy. Stay in a supportive space. Super important to stay in a supportive space, because otherwise we let fear come in, negative thoughts come in and take over. Choose positive inputs. Surround yourself with people, videos, podcasts, books that lift you up rather than bring you down. Create a simple daily routine. Each morning, take 5 minutes or something that feeds your faith, like maybe a short meditation or a motivational reading or uplifting music. I like to listen to high frequency music, and it calms me and it makes me feel good. Build a community is another thing that you can do. Like, even if it's online, find a group with similar goals, or join a community that's already existed. Because when you see others achieving something with faith, it strengthens your own. Use small tests to grow your confidence. So take tiny, bold steps. If you want to be a better public speaker, for example, volunteer to introduce yourself at a local event. If you want to become a writer, share a short post online or write a blog, and then write down your results. Even small victories like positive feedback or a short conversation help you realize your faith is paying off. And celebrate often. This one is important. Don't wait for the huge milestones. Celebrate every bit of progress to keep your momentum and faith strong. And relax about the how. Sometimes we don't move forward because we're like, well, I have to figure out how now. But don't even think about that just immediately. Focus on the present action. Instead of stressing about step 10 or 20, ask, what's one thing I can do today to move closer to my goal? You have to trust the process. Faith means that believing you'll find the right path. So even if it looks different from what you originally imagined, you may still be going in the right direction. So stay adaptable and flexible. One thing to note as well is to avoid getting lost in timelines. Setting targets is good. I always have timelines. But if you cling too tightly to specific timelines, like if you're like, oh, step 1 has to be done by this time and that's it, you might get discouraged. So be flexible. Faith keeps you steady, knowing progress can come at the right time. These steps will help you practice faith in everyday life. Like, it's a matter of making sure that you're taking small steps. All of the steps that I shared, they're all small steps. So it's important that you focus on smaller things, and then you can move on and do bigger things. And then faith isn't just about landing a job or hitting a single goal. It changes how you see the world. When you believe that good things are coming, you start finding more reasons to be hopeful. You bounce back from disappointments faster, and you treat challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. The new viewpoint doesn't just help your career, it can strengthen relationships, boost your health routine, bring more joy into your day to day living. People with faith often report feeling more content and less stressed because they trust that something bigger is guiding them toward what they truly want and need. Faith is a creative force that brings your dreams out of your imagination and into your real life. It helps you keep going when everything else tells you to quit. And it shows you opportunities where others might only see obstacles. So here's what I want to invite you to do now. Write down your past successes, even if they seem small, list them out. Choose one daily habit, maybe a quick gratitude note in the morning or a motivational podcast during breakfast. Attempt a small challenge, something that nudges you beyond your comfort zone. And then trust the path. Remind yourself that you won't see every step today, and that's okay. I'd love to hear how this goes for you, so please share your progress in the comments. And if you found value here, please subscribe and share the video with someone who might need a dose of encouragement. And remember, when you truly believe in your dreams and take action, you're already halfway there. Keep the faith, stay open to new possibilities, and watch how your life begins to shift in ways you never expected.